what scientific basis, first of all, do we have for the fact that, assuming that it can be used medically, that it's the best source to solve the problem, or secondly, that it's even effective in terms of solving the problem that is reputed to solve medically?
Well, we have position statements actually of people, particularly like
I said scientific studies. There's a difference
scientific studies.
between a subjective opinion
We do
that's
have-
not confirmed scientifically, and that's what I'm. If I'm going to buy into this, I have to have some facts that hey, this actually does the job. Number one, and number two, if I'm going to embrace the negativity that could come with that, then I have to have some kind of idea that there are not other viable alternatives that doesn't come with the same baggage. You understand what I'm talking about?
I do, and I'd be glad to provide you with that information, because there is a lot of scientific data that's been done recently about this. And, I mean, if we want to have a discussion about the war on drugs, we can do that, because I think we're all concerned about the illegal drug use in our country. But marijuana does have medical benefits, and because I have witnessed it myself, not personally, but with friends of mine who have used it. And, yeah, clarify that. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but here, but the only thing, and you know, we just, I guess we'll have a disagreement. I'll be glad to supply you with the.
I'm not saying we have a disagreement. All I'm saying is that my opinion is not going to be swayed by subjective opinion. I need some objective data which establishes that point. Finally, in my study of constitutional law, whenever there's a move to open up anything in society, it's always couched at first in the opening in a very narrow context. For instance, marijuana use for medicinal purposes. In my reading of the cases in the innovative law, there's also an attempt to couch it with some kind of sentimental aura that you would have to be a cold-hearted human being to really fight. Use the term compassionate and all that. And it may be. But how do we preclude the possibility of this being a first step intrusion from the whole-scale ultimate legalization of marijuana for any use?
Well, I'm not coming forth with that kind of bill.
I know, but how can I be assured that this is not a systematic strategy that's going to lead to that kind of agenda down the line?
Well, it's not
How can you assure me of that?
It's not a systematic strategy of mine, and I can only speak, you know, for myself, and work on this bill.
No further questions.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan.
Yeah, Representative Todd, I got a few questions, primarily for clarification. On page 4, line 19, it talks about the circuit court. This is the definition section, and it defines circuit court as a circuit court of Montgomery County, but I couldn't find anywhere else in here. I read it carefully once and scanned it 2 or 3 times. What role do that go?
Well, and I'm not sure I can answer that. Question is why it points out Montgomery versus, you know, other circuit courts.
I mean, I couldn't even find, didn't see any other
Yeah,
reference to
okay.
the court. I may have missed it.
I don't recall that either, Representative McMillan,
You might
but
want to check.
yeah.
I don't know whether, Jim, did you see anything that would roll the definition of circuit court as circuit court in Montgomery County, but I didn't see anywhere there was another reference to it. I was just curious. I read it once and scanned it 2 or 3 times.
No, there's nothing that I remember actually that didn't refer back to that.
You might want to check that.
Okay. We could start
Page
that.
16. It seemed to me the penalty of $150 was so lax. If you commit a violation, it's $150 penalty. That seems sort of low.
We'll be glad to, if you have an amendment to increase that, we'd be glad to entertain that.
Steve, could you make that in line with like a class misdemeanor, lowest level misdemeanor?
Class C.
Class C, make it uniform with what the code is.
Right.
That would solve their problem, that wouldn't change what you're
Trying
saying.
to page 16 and 17, I think.
We could make that a class C, lowest level.
Yeah, so instead of a number.
$500.
Line 17, page 16, round 2, page 17.
Before we did that, is that,
What was the other one?
I got some more questions.
I was just trying to
Yeah,
help,
that's fine.
I was trying to help her out, you out at the same time as the solution.
Page 17, paragraph